Sooner Magic. Ever heard of it? It was born on a cold and windy day in Lincoln, Nebraska, 48 years ago this week on November 26th. Since that day, the term Sooner Magic has become synonymous with not just the Oklahoma football program where it originated, but throughout all OU athletic programs. Sooner softball has had more than its fair share of incredible Sooner Magic moments, and I have my five favorite Sooner Magic OU softball moments throughout the course of the program's history. As always, I want your interaction. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, but comment below what is your single favorite Sooner Magic moment for OU softball. Drop yours in the comments. I'll get to mine. Let's get to it. At number 5 is actually the first game ever at Loves Field. Opening day at Loves Field. All the hype, all the excitement, the ceremony before the game. There was just so much going on that day, and it was an insane first game ever at the crown jewel in all of college softball. OU got down early, which was a bit of a shocker. They clawed all the way back, which wasn't surprising, took the lead, and had a big lead late in the 7th inning. 7-3, OU led by 4 runs. It looked like, okay, well, it was a little bit nerve-wracking at first, but Oklahoma's going to end up winning this game easy. Totally wrong. That's when the madness was just starting. Miami of Ohio, who put up a great fight that day and throughout the entire weekend, actually tied it in the 7th inning with 4 runs. Momentum swung so many times in that game, one dugout to the next throughout the entire game. It was an emotional roller coaster for OU fans everywhere. If they were in Loves Field watching, if they were at home watching the game, wherever, it was an emotional roller coaster. A lot of fans, like myself, probably felt like they played in that softball game. But someone had to be the hero. Who was the hero going to be? It was Kinzie Hansen. She called game in the bottom of the 7th inning. One of the most clutch players in program history. She delivered a 2-run home run to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th inning. Oklahoma won that day 9-7 over Miami of Ohio. No, OU didn't clinch a conference title that day. No, they didn't clinch a Women's College World Series berth or clinch a national championship. But it would have been rough to open up the crown jewel in all of college softball and lose to Miami of Ohio the first game that you were in it. So the fact that we opened up a new stadium with a walk-off home run from Kinzie Hansen, it was a big moment that opened up something that we have been looking forward to for a long time. It was a non-conference win, but it was a lot bigger than that. It got OU off the right foot in their new home ballpark, and you like to win there versus the other side of that. Kinzie Hansen walking it off against Miami of Ohio at Loves Field comes in at number 5. Coming in at number 4, and this is another one for the 2024 season. You know, Jada Coleman had so many big plays throughout her entire career. Offensively, certainly defensively, she had a ton, but the walk-off to beat Florida was the shining moment in her OU career. Filled with shining moments throughout her entire career, but the walk-off to beat Florida, what a moment it was for several reasons. That game didn't feel good. OU had to beat Florida. They lost the previous day. OU had to beat Florida for the right to make it to the championship series and defend their crown for their 4th consecutive national championship. OU got down early. They clawed all the way back, went to extra innings. We're in the bottom of the 8th. The score is tied at 5. All the pressure on Oklahoma. Can they even make it to the championship series for the right to defend their crown against the Texas Longhorns? Jada Coleman leading off in the bottom of the 8th inning. She had been struggling recently, not hitting her best. Alyssa Brito pulls her aside before her at-bats, prays with her, and then, bam. Ball game, incredible. Chills just thinking about it right now. Jada Coleman hits an opposite field walk-off to send them home, send the Gators home, send OU into the championship series, and it didn't get over by much. It barely clears the wall. Thought this ball had actually a chance to get robbed, but it didn't. It clears the wall. Jada Coleman with a solo home run. Whoa. Again, still chills just thinking about that incredible moment that happened in Oklahoma City. And in fact, here's how I sounded in the moment. I had the actual audio clip. I was doing a radio show in the middle of the radio show when Jada Coleman walked it off. Yeah, I sounded pretty excited.
Flashed up the...
Oh, come on. Come on.
That's it.
Come on. Yes! Yes! Jada freaking Coleman! She did it! Jada Coleman did it! Of course Jada did it! Oh my God, what a game!
What a walk-off there.
Wow! I did not think that had a chance to get out off the bat, but it carried. Whoa!
Heart of a champion.
Boy, that's
Dang, dude, let's go.
Jada freaking Coleman, greatest defensive center fielder in college softball history. But you'll also remember that one, the home run to send the Oklahoma Sooners to the championship series against the Texas Longhorns. What a moment by Jada Coleman. That one comes in at number 4. Coming in at number 3 is one of the greatest OU softball games of all time. It goes to extra innings. We keep going to extra innings. It's the bottom of the 12th inning in the championship series against Tennessee in 2013. Someone's going to be the hero. Who is going to be the hero? How about the home run queen? The OG home run queen at OU ends up being the hero, Lauren Chamberlain. One of the greatest hitters in OU and college softball history, but this is the moment you likely think of first when you think of Lauren Chamberlain. A championship series opportunity where the year before came up just short for national championship number 2. Lauren Chamberlain and the Oklahoma Sooners the next year, they were not going to be denied. No way they were going to be denied. No outs, bottom of the 12th, runner at second. You felt like Lauren Chamberlain was going to do it. This is who you wanted at the plate at this time, and she did it. It was definitely far enough. Wasn't going to stay fair. Just fair. Just fair down the left field line. Chaos ensued in Oklahoma City. OU knew, everyone knew at that moment they were about to win their second national championship. They would the next day. Lauren Chamberlain just wasn't going to be denied that week. One of the greatest games in OU history, and it was a Sooner Magic moment to end it in Game 1 of the championship series. Like the other two, I get chills all again just talking about these games and talking about these players. But Lauren Chamberlain ends it in dramatic fashion to help OU win national championship number 2 in 2013. Coming in at number 2, and talk about extra innings. 17 innings, OU and Florida tied at 4 again in the championship series. Again, Game 1 of the championship series. And again, big play Shea. Shea Knighton. More than just one huge home run in Oklahoma City, but this one screams Sooner Magic more than any of the others because it happened in the championship series. Because OU wasn't necessarily thought of as a national championship contender heading into the postseason, and because the Florida Gators were the number 1 overall seed and the huge favorite going into the championship series. But this OU team, they got hot at the right time, at the right time, and they had one of the most clutch players in OU history in the lineup. That's what Shea does, one of my favorite players ever, and one of my favorite moments ever as an OU softball fan. Sooner Magic and OKC never gets old, and man, looking at this list already, do we get treated to it a lot. It never gets old, and it's always fun that it happens. Just like on the TV call, knew it was gone as soon as it left her bat. Shea Knighton, the home run, the celebration, she absolutely crushed it. And just like Lauren Chamberlain's home run, you knew that Oklahoma was going to win the next day. They did win the next day. Big play Shea helped take down the number 1 Florida Gators with an absolute bomb, a Sooner Magic bomb in the championship series, Game 1. Coming in at number 1, the greatest Sooner Magic moments in OU softball history, in my opinion. I have never reacted to any moment in OU softball history quite like I reacted to this one. And you just heard what I sounded like a few minutes ago after the Jada Coleman home run, so you get an idea about how hyped up I get. But this moment was absolutely incredible. It's one that I'll never forget. Final game at Marita Hines Field with so much on the line. Final game at Marita Hines Field with the right to go to the Women's College World Series. Another game to where it was not looking good for Oklahoma. They're down to their last out. They're down to their last strike. But with 2 runners on, Kinzie Hansen at the plate, she sends an 0-2 pitch. You're not supposed to get a pitch to hit on 0-2. She gets an 0-2 pitch, and she sends it over the left field bleachers. Lose your mind, Sooner Nation, just like Chris Plank said on the call. I lost my mind. You lost your mind. Everyone lost their mind as Kinzie Hansen rounded the bases. She tied it in the bottom of the 7th inning, and you knew what was going to happen after that. That's exactly what happened. Oklahoma won. Oklahoma clinched a berth in the Women's College World Series. Oklahoma won the national championship once again, and it was in part of Kinzie Hansen, one of the most clutch players. She's in 2 of the 5 lists on here in the top 5, which is incredible. But that 0-2 pitch, 3-run home run at Marita Hines Field, I'll never forget it. You will probably never forget it. It's one of those Sooner Magic moments where you'll likely always remember where you were at when that one happened. I've never reacted to an OU softball moment like that. It's going to take a lot for me to react that strongly again to something OU softball related. But what an incredible moment. What an incredible player. What an incredible day. Kinsey Hansen, Sooner freaking Magic to tie it up against Clemson, and OU ends up winning. So there's my top 5 Sooner Magic moments. I'm going to drop some honorable mentions in the comments as well. Interact with me there. But as always, thank you for watching.